Randy Nicklaus, 211 Big Bend's executive director, is a bit baffled that his agency remains a mystery to so many people in the 8-county area it serves.
They might think we're only here for referrals for financial assistance, or somebody else might think we're here only for suicide and crisis. So we're trying to get the word out as broadly as we can to communicate that our services extend from basic information to helping people assess their situation, giving them referrals, providing the emotional support, providing crisis intervention, and suicide prevention. We do all of that.
In addition to being the region's single point of contact for every human service agency and community resource, not only for the routine service requests, but also during full-blown emergencies and disasters.
People may need to call to find out where to go to seek a shelter, find sandbags. After an event goes through, they might have a tree on their house. They need help trying to find out who can help them get it off, where they can get blue tarps, where they can, find water and ice. Those are all the things that 211s throughout the nation have helped their communities do after a disaster, whether it's a hurricane or a flood or a tornado.
Still, 211 Big Bend is seeing slow, if steady, growth in its call volume. Nicklaus says nearly 2,000 calls came into the center this past June. Total calls year-to-date are running around 1 or 2% above last year.
I think our biggest trend of calls increasing are in the area of financial assistance needs, from utility assistance to rent assistance. Calls for homelessness is still pretty high.
Leon County call numbers haven't changed much, but Nicklaus is encouraged that more people are dialing in from the 7 surrounding counties.
The increase in calls from neighboring counties in the big capital area, I think, is an indicator of people are getting to know us. People are finding out that there is a 211 hotline that they can call.
Nicklaus admits he's a bit impatient by nature and would like to see faster call volume growth, but then again, his agency adopted the 211 name and number only 8 years ago.
It took, I think, 25, 30 years for 911 to really be implemented as extensively as it is now. And there's still, I think, a few counties in very rural areas that don't have 911. But in the 10 years since the FCC designated 211 in July of 2000, we have reached about 80% of the population with 211 services in this country.
That includes 50 out of the 67 counties in Florida. But Nicklaus says those local and regional 211 centers, including his, are working on relative shoestrings. That's why he and other center officials are backing a measure that they say has been loitering far too long in Congress.
The bill is called the Calling for 211 Act, and we have more than 200 representatives and 61 senators who have co-sponsored it. So we have enough support to pass it if we can get it to the floor. That would provide matching grants from federal basis to the states, and the states down to the local 211 centers.
Setting the stage for what Nicklaus says would ultimately be a national interconnected 211 system. That could be a real boon for those trying to find local help for out-of-state family or friends. But no matter what happens in Washington, Nicklaus says 211 Big Bend will stay focused on its many core functions.
Our services extend from basic information to helping people assess their situation, giving them referrals, providing the emotional support, providing crisis intervention, and suicide prevention,
while trying to get that word out to the people who live in the 8-county capital region. For WFSU FM, I'm Tom Flanagan.